when things are really going to happen, they're going to happen. They do. But like I said, we have at least two projects that we have been shepherding along for a good 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, and no takers. Well, we're not giving up on it.
Or takers and leavers.
Yeah, takers and leavers too, yeah. You can't give up on it. This is like your dream project, but I'm also reminded of people's dream projects that are just turned to doo-doo when they get on screen. You know?
Yeah, that can happen. You know, it's interesting. I always say when you've gotten, 20 passes, that it only takes one person to say yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for all of us. When
Absolutely.
we love something, most people's taste is not so rarefied that you think to yourself, no one's going to, I love it, but who's going to want this? There's bound to be someone who's in a position to make your story who has the same idea of what could be special as you. And I think that's what keeps you going.
Absolutely, and especially now.
And
because
everybody's changing too. There's always a rotation. So, you wait 6 months or
There's a
9
new
months
exec.
and you
Yeah.
go out to the next guy.
Morgan's.
It's all good when people are getting fired, all right? It's good for us.
Yeah, it's good. We go, we can go
cycle
back.
through.
We can go back. What Morgan always says to me when I'm, I don't know if you guys have had this, like, you thought there was a project that was going, it looked like they were going to green light it, and then that's not happening. And I'm usually call him and I'm like, what are we going to do? And he said, he always calls me darling. Darling, every project has its time and its team. It's either not the time or not the team.
It's
right. That's what you were
it's
just
hard,
saying.
and
Yeah.
it's hard, and yet you can't give up, and it just takes one little change, one little
Absolutely.
variable,
And it's
whatever
very
that
often
is.
will show up just as you're getting ready to say, well,
Bye-bye.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
so Invictus, we were working, like Invictus, we will say that's like the penultimate, what we love the most. That project happened within a year and a half. We saw the book proposal and it was, done in a year and a half. We got Clint, we got Matt. But 14 years before, we were working on Long Walk to Freedom.
Right.
And so maybe here's a little bit of where we had a little bit of angst, because we've been working for 14 years. And
wasn't us.
what's that?
I know this story. I remember you telling
14
me
years,
about this.
and we had and we'd been working with this South African producer, and giving notes, and it was like Mandela had said, if anyone plays me in my biography, I want it to be Morgan. And when we came time 14 years later to make the deal, the producer said, well, here's what we're going to pay Morgan, which, by the way, was, it was like a 10-week shoot, and it's what he makes they offered him like less than a tenth of what he would make. And
I'm in a negotiation with him in a week or so because we're getting ready to work on something together. Could you give me a little insight to this?
I will definitely give you some insight.
Thank you.
And when I explained to him what it was going to take for Morgan, because he doesn't usually do accents, and it was a big deal, and of course he's going to promote the heck out of it, and we thought we were going to be partners, or it doesn't have to be equal partners, but at least have say in the edit and the cut
Credit
and
somewhere.
who's going to direct. And he basically said, no, I just want to hire Morgan as the actor. And I said, well, but we've been working together for 14 years working on this script. And he said, oh, I didn't realize you were also producing. And Morgan said, we're walking away. Now, this is me. I met Nelson Mandela when he saw our first movie, and I thought then I should make a movie with Morgan playing Nelson Mandela. And Morgan said, we're walking away. We are not going to do this. 14 years. And I'm like, Morgan, it's 14 years. Like, all this time, all of this, they have a go movie. And he said, darling, we're not going to do it. He didn't say this, but in his mind, I'm sure it's not the team. And I was crushed. I was like so crushed, and I was so upset. And he said, and I promise you, this is what he said, when a door closes, a window opens. And within 3 weeks, Fred Spector, who was not our agent at the time,
Now he is, and you know why.
sent us the book proposal that ended up being Invictus within 3 weeks.